Well, welcome, Sviatlana Yaumenava. Have I pronounced that well?
Yes, you did. Thank you.
Okay. I prepared myself for that. So I'm very excited to have you here. First of all, because you were one of the first persons I connected through social media into this craziness of yoga world. And I really enjoyed our conversations. And since then, we have had some of nice private conversations. And I thought, I'm starting this podcast in English. You have to be the first one to be here. Because actually, this was the point of this podcast, to create this nice network of teachers. And that's why this first season I've dedicated to meet the teacher. So,
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you for inviting me. And I'm most honored to be actually the first guest on your podcast.
I couldn't think
I'm
of anybody
grateful. Thank you.
better. Yes. Well, you make me feel really comfortable. And I needed that for my first season. So thank you. So, but Svitlana, let's start at the beginning for this nice interview. How did yoga appeared in your life? And the most important question to me, was it love at first sight, or something grow little by little in your life?
Well, I joined yoga, I would say like 80% of other students because of back pain. I started my corporate job. 6 months after that, my lower back pain started killing me. And I thought, okay, I need a solution. I need a solution here. Someone in the office just recommended go try yoga classes. Somehow it just fit my schedule. But I remember the moment I walked into the studio and I saw all those people doing headstands. And I was like, I want that. I don't. So, yes, it was the love from the first sight, but for a totally different reason. So, yoga healed my lower back pain pretty fast. Like within 3 months, I was like up and running. And since then, I was just pursuing splits, wheel postures, headstands, whatnot. Like I had a pretty long period of time when I just focused on my physical practice more than my emotional and mental practice there. But yes, the moment I stepped in, I never looked back. And it just from the first week itself, it became my weekly, not even weekly, daily practice pretty much.
Yeah, I think once this practice enters your life and it catches you, because sometimes it takes a while to catch you, it is never looking back again. But
It is.
when, yes, it's just you go for it. But one thing I'm always very curious when I talk to you yoga teachers is, when was the turning point on going from the student to becoming a teacher? Which I always
That's
like to clarify that we always remain students.
Yes, we always remain students, but to be very honest, I never planned to become a yoga teacher. Yoga was something that was my personal, that helped me to keep myself healthy, both mentally and physically. I was an ambitious girl climbing that corporate ladder. I had my goals. Yoga was just there. And everyone knew in the office that I practice yoga. So one day I was invited to teach a yoga class for something in the office. It was like an event. I thought, okay, it might be a nice experience. Little did I know, I did my first class and I thought, okay, that was interesting. I kind of enjoyed it. So a few months after that, signed up for my first 200 hours YTT. Naturally, after that, you start teaching because that's what they teach you in YTT. But the only terms and condition that I put for myself that I don't want to work for anyone else when it comes to yoga. I want to do it on my own terms. So I just rented a space next to my house in a yoga studio. And because I was already full-time employed, I only had time basically in the evenings after work or my weekends. So that's how I planned. But it again, I kept it as a pleasure just to enjoy, to meet people. And then when I started teaching, what I realized that teaching yoga was kind of a system reboot for me mentally. So what happened, like I would finish my work in the office and it feeling fully exhausted, stressed. And I was stressed because I was already in a management position. I had a large team under me. I had demanding bosses above, even more demanding clients, like back-to-back calls and meetings whole day. Then going to the studio in the evening, initially I thought maybe it was a bad idea because I'm already tired. But what I realized the moment I step in as a teacher and shift my focus like 100% to my students, I keep only that sequence in my head that I prepared for them. And for that 1 hour, there was not a single thought that came into my head except just watching them. And I do not practice when I teach. You would never see me on the mat. I'm the teacher who leads with the voice only, both studio and online. So what happened? I realized that after that evening class, I felt refreshed. Forget my students, I felt refreshed. And I thought, okay, that's amazing. And I kept those classes, to be very honest, for myself, first of all, because teaching yoga turned out to be my stress release. And I just kept it going for some time. Of course, that, sense of fulfillment, sense of purpose, serving your community, all that came later. And it came later only for one reason. I was not ready to admit to myself that I love teaching yoga more than I love my corporate job because I was doing really well there. Like, position wise, financially, everything was just like I was not ready to admit to myself that, okay, am I ready to give up all that? I worked for that for like many, many years.
Many years.
And for yoga. So I completed my 10th year in a corporate, and I thought, and yoga was just pulling me so, so badly. I thought, okay, I made a deal for me, like with myself. I'm giving you 1 year. You take 1 year off from a corporate and dedicate yourself fully to yoga business. If you see it's fruitful and you find this is what you want to do, you can continue. But if you feel that you miss office and all that rush there, you can always go back because taking 1 year in a corporate is not a big deal. I mean, you can still go back and continue your career. It's not like a 5 years gap. So
Mhm.
I took 1 year and never looked back. That's
Oh
how.
my God. The rest is history.
Yes, the rest is
Wow.
history.
Oh wow. Well, I've been following you now for a while, and I just, of course, I know a little bit more about you, and
Yes.
today that's the point to know a little bit more about you. But I would like to know also who is beyond that mat. You know, who are you when you're not practicing yoga, and what you are enjoying in your everyday life?
Yeah, it's kind of difficult to separate yourself. I'll be very honest because especially like when you run your own business, that thought is always there. Oh, it's a nice spot for a reel. Or let's,
True.
oh, no, 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 I need to click the stories for my Instagram. But I try to discipline myself. So beyond the mat, I think first of all, like I'm a wife, I'm a sister, a daughter, a friend. I do dedicate my time to my loved ones. I love cooking, and that's my sort of meditation. If either I'm in a great mood or I'm like completely down, cooking always has its way to lift me up. I'm definitely a traveler. beyond the mat. An adventurous traveler. I love trying different type of sports like scuba diving, paragliding. So I would say, yeah, those are my day-to-day roles beyond the
Oh,
mat.
wow. That's great. But I'm sure, of course, in the yoga world, you have also gone through very tough moments. But what I would like to know if is yoga um, has ever carried you through these difficult moments. Have you supported yourself into the yoga practice with them? Then I would like to know how you did it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think only thanks to yoga, I managed to sustain in a corporate for so many years because it was stressful, sometimes unbearable, with a lot of overtime. And there was a one point of my career when I felt completely burnout. I didn't want to go to office. I dragged myself like with tears because it was really tough. And the only thing that kept me going, and that's when I discovered mental health, the benefits that yoga can bring to you. I was not able to like practice physically much because I was so weak, depressed. I didn't want to stand on my mat. To be honest, I did not feel the ground like under, that present moment was not there. So I just meditated for like 5 minutes in the morning. I would just set my timer so that my mind knows that, okay, I'm not pressing you down here. There's just only 5 minutes. And just breathe in and out, do pranayama and that guided meditation because just sitting did not help. Guided meditations. Sometimes I used to do it in bed, just wake up in the morning and do that body scan. Again, guided meditation for like 10, 15 minutes. And after like a few weeks, I noticed it made such a huge difference. I felt like I am living again. I felt like, okay, I can start my physical practice. I can resume that. Can I can feel myself strong again in standing postures, and that inner strength is coming back, like to pursue and move forward during this difficult time. So I am forever grateful because if it wasn't for yoga, to be very honest, like I would have given up a long time ago on my career. It was,
That's such a true, a very strong truth. I think a lot of people should, look into it in a with different eyes. I think so. That's why I introduced into this interview the myth busting moment because I would like you to explain us one misconception about yoga that you would like to tell our listeners.
I'm gonna give you my favorite one. There is no one size fits all practice. You cannot just take one style of yoga, one sequence, and ask everyone to follow. It is impossible. And this is something that I want people to learn that yoga is literally for everyone. Whatever problem you have, whatever you want to achieve, yoga will meet you there. And this is something that I learned only when I became a yoga teacher. I never realized this when I was a student because I was an Ashtangi. I practiced Ashtanga for many years. And the only thing I knew, serious one, serious two, serious three, that was it. And only when when I took my YTT, I realized that there are people who cannot practice Ashtanga due to multiple reasons. And that's how I came to this concept. There is no one size fits all practice. And that's what that's my vision in my own yoga business. Like you log in into my website and you will see it's just written there. So I do want people to know. I don't want them to think, oh, I'm not flexible enough, so I should not practice yoga. Or no, I'm a little bit overweight, so I cannot practice yoga. Or I don't have time, so I cannot practice yoga. You
Beautiful.
can. I want them
Beautiful.
to know that you can.
Wow, that's beautiful. But don't worry because I'm going to leave all your details here in the notes. So if they are more curious about all this, they can also visit you. But um, do you have a small practice or a habit or a ritual that keeps you grounded?
Yes, I do. I have a few, but I'm gonna tell you the one that works for me really well. It is like journaling at night. Not in the morning, but at night before I
Mm.
sleep.
Wow.
I write down just a few intentions in my journal. It is short. It literally, this practice takes like 5 minutes of my time. I just write it down when I'm already on my pillow. A few intentions, either for the next day or for the next week, month ahead, whatever I'm working on. I read it out loud and then I sleep because I noticed when I set those intentions, I bring myself back into a very grounded present moment and I get a nice sleep. And most importantly, I wake up fresh.
Oh, wow. I like it. I like it.
Um, they say that you should not watch news before you sleep. Like
Yeah.
you should not put all those into your head because it will disturb your sleep. You will not feel rested.
Yeah.
But when you set nice intentions, and even if I'm down, even if I'm sad, I would still write it down. It could be just, I'm gonna wake up in a good mood tomorrow, or I'm gonna feel calmer tomorrow, or I know God is guiding me towards the better path, something like that. And it does help. It made a huge difference for me. In the mornings, sometimes you don't have time, especially when you have family. You get
Yeah.
up and start everything, right? But at night, you can dedicate that 5, 10 minutes of your time. So it's
I like
it
it. I
works
like it to
beautifully
do
for me.
it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
usually journal in the morning because it's my moment. I have all this, but it's a really good idea actually at night. I like it. I
Give
like
it
it.
a
I'm
try.
going to try it. I'm going to try it for sure. But teaching yoga can look very nice and peaceful. And, well, we were talking the other day, you and me,
Yeah.
about, you see, these beautiful videos in Instagram. But what would you say they are some of the real challenges or even fears you face as a teacher?
Give me a list. I can give you a
that
list.
that that is a really honest question, I know. And in place of talking all the beautiful things, let's go to the tough things.
I have a fear of a camera.
No,
I
no, I don't believe that.
even right now, you don't know how much time it took for me to calm
Wow.
myself down, to sit, to set up that another camera, which is in front of me right now. And I'm a YouTuber. I film YouTube yoga classes.
I know, that's why I'm shocked you said that.
The first time when I tried to film and I saw myself just one-on-one with a camera in my living room, I wanted to run away. That's a
Wow.
I just don't let this fear to take over. And I know I allow myself, I give myself this time to, and slowly, step by step, I just move forward. That's number one. The second one that hit me real hard was a transition from 9 to 6 to being self-employed.
Yeah.
It's tough. You don't realize it, but it is tough. And for me, it was even more challenging because I left high level position, large team, good portfolio for my own business where I literally had to start pretty much from scratch. Yes, when I switched, I already had that base of clients so that I don't go into minus, but it still felt like you're starting again.
That's really
And it did
brave.
hurt.
That's
It
brave.
did hurt my ego. Like
I love that you
it's
say that, you know? I love that
it's
you said that.
so I would say for me, these two were the most challenging, still are the most challenging, especially the first one. So
Oh wow. I'm very proud of you.
thank you.
I can't believe that, you know, because you have loads of videos in YouTube. I mean,
I
you've got
know.
hundreds of classes that you've done.
Over
So,
150. I think over 150 classes.
oh my God. Okay. Well, I will look with even more kindness your videos now.
Thank you. It takes
Oh
time.
my God.
And it takes
Yes.
me at least 5 rounds to start the greeting. When I say, hi, friends, it takes me at least 5 attempts.
Well, it is. I remember when I started. If I compare the videos from the beginning to now, it's
Yeah.
true that you ease with time, you know. But still, every time I have to sit down in front of a camera, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, let's go, let's do this. It's true. It's true. But then you forget about it because right now, when we started talking, I already forgot we are sitting in front of a camera. So I like to sense it like more we are just talking together in a private
Yeah.
conversation, you know?
Yes. It does help. It does help
Yeah,
when there are two of you. But when there is only you, like I learned a trick, like how to overcome that fear. I started imagining that there is an audience behind the lens.
that's very good.
I- And I did not see myself anymore. I saw people who practiced with me.
Behind.
And that
Mm,
helped. And
yeah,
I greet those people. I don't just
that's
say
very
hi
good.
to the camera.
That's very good trick. That's really clever. I like it. But Sviatlana, looking ahead, I like to always stay present. But when I talk to yoga teachers, I think it's really important that we keep our eyes ahead too, not only in the present moment, and more when, as you live full time from this business. But if yoga could take you anywhere next, in your teaching or in your personal life, where would you love to go? The next step for your yoga.
I always look ahead, and yoga business is no different for me. I would say there are two things that I am focusing and I want to see myself growing. The first one, I see myself on a larger global platform. I do want to grow my YouTube channel, my community, but it is not about the number there. It is not just having a fancy 1 million followers, subscribers on your channel. It is about the fact and that I'm able to reach to so many people and make yoga accessible to them, to show them how transformative it can be, right? To to show those new mothers that it's okay if they just practice for 15 minutes a day because that's all they get, right? It's to show that stress can be released with even with a evening yoga routine to all those office workers, to employees, right? Or how healing it can be. So I do want to leave that legacy behind me and grow.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And the second one, I am really passionate about yoga teacher education. And I think that corporate experience have has left its mark on me because I'm a leader by nature and I love to coach people, to uplift them. S- But I noticed, especially when I started this whole yoga business, that there is a huge gap in yoga industry, in education, because we have so many schools that provide 200, 500 hours YTTs, but there is hardly anyone who can educate you what to do next after you
Yeah.
graduate.
Yeah. That's
That
I think
big,
is the biggest challenge.
the business side of yoga, how to get your students, how to retain them, how to communicate with them, marketing, sales. These are the things that you do not get during your yoga teacher training. And I think that's pretty much the reason why so many talented yoga teachers do not make a career out of it, is because they don't know how. And it is
Yeah.
not a talent, it is not in your DNA that you're born as a businesswoman. No, it is a skill, it is just a knowledge.
Yeah.
And thanks to my corporate experience, like I possess that huge library of that business knowledge in my head that I do want to share. So eventually I want to build that community of yoga teachers where they can find support and guidance in the real world, not just in
Very
a
nice.
training. Because to be very honest, leaving 9 to 6 was the best decision in my life. Because now I live my life on my own terms. I have my own schedule. I am financially stable. But I would never ever made it so far. I would probably go back to office by now if I didn't know that business part of yoga. So I want to uplift others because I see how much they struggle and I know that I can help. So
Wow.
I want to leave that. I want to fill that gap in the industry.
In the industry. Well, I think we have to dedicate another episode to this.
I would love to.
Yes, I think we can organize one for the next season. Could be very
Yes,
interesting.
absolutely.
Perfect. But we talked a little bit about you and your career, but before we finish, and I always like to ask some quick questions, but would you like to send a message to people who are listening to you, or would you like to say anything that just feel free? This is your space, and that's why I created. And I love that you just give your input,
Well,
whoever
thank
you
you.
wanted to say.
Well, that's such an amazing opportunity. I think I would love to tell them to follow their dreams, no matter how big or small, and not let anyone judge or stop. Just don't listen to anyone, keep following, because there is no way you put so much of hard work and effort into something and you're not going to make it. It is impossible. It is technically impossible. Just be stubborn enough to follow your dream.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
But let's go for the final quick and fun
Okay.
questions. Okay, let's go. Morning bird or night owl?
Martin Bird, 100%.
Love it. Love it. iOS or Android?
iOS. Yes, iOS.
A book or series that you're loving right now?
Um, right now or forever, I'm sticking to Harry Potter. I might
Oh
sound
my God,
childish.
really? Oh, I love it.
I'm,
I just watched the whole 5 or 6 movies there is in the last few
yeah,
weeks.
I am rewatching right now. Every year
Oh,
before Christmas, I start that. marathon, weekend marathon of
Yes, we did that
Harry
with my
Potter
husband.
movies. And I read those books every
Oh,
year again,
wow.
and it
Oh,
never gets old.
I
So
mean, don't you think it's fantastic what that woman created? I mean,
she's absolutely incredible. I mean, how many
incredible.
years? Thanks to her, I learned that I love to read. It's just the books that they used to give me at school were not the right books.
Oh, wow.
Because I
I mean,
remember
it's amazing.
mom brought those books, four books, the first four parts, and she said, well, someone recommended, maybe you want to give it a try. And I never liked reading when I was a kid. And I was like, okay. I remember I opened it and I never left my bedroom till I finished it.
Wow. Wow.
So, till today, I think
They're
I'll be
amazing.
reading and rewatching even when I'm like 85 years old, I
It's
swear.
amazing. You're right. It's one also of my favorite ones. It's just incredible the world that she created. I mean, everything,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
characters, the plays, everything. It's just fantastic.
And the best part is like like as you grow and you continue reading, you still discover so many things.
Yeah,
You look at different scenarios from different perspectives. You look at
totally.
characters from different perspectives and you start thinking, okay, maybe he wasn't that bad after all. You know,
Exactly. Exactly.
like you
Wow.
get the deeper connection and understanding. So it's beautiful. So to
Oh, I
me,
love it.
Harry
I love it.
Potter.
Love it. Love it. Okay. Your go-to comfort food.
Sushi.
Ah! I love it too.
Sushi, 100%. Sadly, it is not
Oh,
available right now to me in India. It's not a very popular food, but I do stock myself with a smoked salmon whenever I go outside of India. I just bring it back.
that's great. Okay, a place that feels like home besides home.
I am going to sound very cheesy here, I swear, like a girl. I I could say, oh, yoga mat feels like home, but that's not true. For me, home is where you feel safe the most. So for me, it is not a place, it is a person, and that's my husband.
Oh, okay,
Because
that's beautiful.
wherever he is, I am home. I don't really care. Oh, I'm gonna cry.
I'm gonna cry too because I feel exactly the same.
Because, like, I don't really care, like, where we are. As long as he is next to me, I feel home. And
Oh,
this time,
wow.
this year, I went back to Europe, and he came only in the last week of my stay, and only when he came, it truly felt like home.
Oh,
So,
wow. Beautiful. I really empathize with that because to me it's exactly the same. It's the same answer I would give.
oh, that's so
That's
sweet. Yeah, you have a
that's
beautiful love
beautiful.
story. I remember.
Yeah, yeah. So for me, it's so important. So, okay. And this is one of my favorite questions all the time. And let me get out of this emotional mood we
I
got into.
know.
Some something people would be surprised to know about you.
I collect Harry Potter Lego sets. Like not
Oh,
other sets, just Harry Potter Lego sets. And if you come into my
oh, wow.
house, you'll see them literally everywhere.
Oh my God, really? That's cool. Oh, I love
Yeah,
it. Really
I'm still a
nice.
child. I'm still a child inside. So
But that's the most important thing to keep our inner child alive. I think is one of the most important things in the whole world. But
yeah,
Svetlana, it was such a nice time. I love it. I could be talking with you the whole day. But for the sake of our listeners, I think we're going to leave it here today.
Thank
And
you. Thank you for having me. It is such an honor, again, I'm saying, and it is an absolute pleasure always. And I know with you, I can chit chat forever. But I do hope that your listeners did take out something for themselves from our conversation today, something that
I am
can make
sure.
their life.
I'm sure. And I'm going to leave, as I said, in notes for all of you that listening or watching, because you can also watch us in YouTube. I'm going to leave all the links to Svetlana socials, YouTube channel, and website, so you can contact her if you like any private lessons or you like to follow any classes on YouTube. So thank
Thank
you
you.
so much and have a
Thank
lovely
you.
week.
Thank you.